What's good? What's good? What's good?
Hey, what's going on, bro?
What's happening, folks?
Got our special guest back. About the second, third time. How many times?
It's about 4 times, man. A fan favorite by now.
Yeah, we got
Ba-dum-ts.
superstar Mark on deck.
Yeah. Deep
Cute.
voice mark for the ladies.
We got Q in the little.
Man, we need sound bites so bad.
Yeah, we do. We do. But this is the Breaking the Narrative podcast, BTM for short. I'm Teddy Blackman,
Yeah. I'm Tony Michaels.
and
Also, real Mark Anthony.
the real Mark Anthony.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah.
Jamaicans, they got two first names and shit.
Yeah. So what happened to Mark the Rebel?
Yeah, what happened? Well, that's still there for his Facebook.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
on
yeah.
Facebook.
Oh, okay.
You don't
Yeah.
get on Facebook?
That guy got buried, though. He's buried under all types of notifications. I barely use Facebook no more.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I do, but I don't.
So now it's just
It's all Messenger.
It's just the
don't
real
use it.
Mark Anthony now.
Yeah.
It sounds
Well,
more
I've
authentic
always-
though.
I was
It
born
sounds-
Mark Anthony,
You
so
don't
yeah.
use Facebook for booty calls now. That's it.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I mean, no.
Oh, no. When he said, I mean, the way he looked at me, I was
sounds
like,
too convincing, yeah.
I don't know. You guys always keep giving me a reputation that I don't have.
So speaking of reputations,
Oh, here we go.
yeah, let's segue into
today's topic. What do we call this? Are we just gonna say looks versus personality?
that.
Or
Yeah, we can call it that.
yeah, we're gonna say this is looks versus personality. So the reputation that he speaks of, which I wouldn't really say is a reputation because technically it's facts.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but okay. What wins out more nowadays? Is it looks or is it personality? So we have GQ Mark right here.
Yeah, Abercrombie and Fitch.
Mm-hmm. The goddess himself. Well, I
I
said
am-
goddess.
I
My
am
bad. The
nothing.
god himself.
Nothing bigger than a model for Target. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he's
You
humble,
make it
y'all.
seem like those models don't look the way that
right,
like they
right,
look bad or something.
right. He's humble, y'all. But as you can see,
His humbleness also becomes annoying after a while, just to let y'all know.
and then you have non-GQ
Yeah,
Teddy and Tony,
exactly. Just the regular niggas.
average
These
Joe.
guys.
Like I say, we average niggas with handsome moments.
Yeah, and it's copywritten, so don't be out here trying to swag that.
Yeah, bro. That's
Yeah.
about to go up on the shirt, Slim.
Yeah, Jackie said that we should do that for real.
Indeed.
That's my friend.
Do it.
Okay. Hey.
Yeah, she said she'd be on board with that.
Hurry up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch. Let's say about a good 2 or 3 days from now.
This is April the 4th, 2021. Damn, we should have lied. It's April the 4th, 1997. This is copywritten.
Man.
Nah. So how are we gonna get into this? Should we just?
Head first, bro. Mark, you go ahead and do your thing, bro. Like,
Oh, yeah. Just
Yeah.
argue about the whole situation.
So the debate that this has been an ongoing debate. It's been what, almost a week now.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe like a week. Yeah, a week.
Yeah, about a week.
Cause we
So-
started. It was like close to. It was like Wednesday or Sunday last week, I think. So
I think so. So yeah. So the debate, the ongoing debate is what wins out more nowadays when it comes to counteracting with our counterparts, male versus female, female versus male. Is it looks or is it personality? So from my perspective, I go with looks. Mark here is saying that it's personality.
which he's wrong.
I think he's wrong too, but this is
I'm not saying that it's solely on personality. What I'm saying is you actually can have an advantage with your personality.
maybe after you get past the looks.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is the looks come first.
I mean, in the different worlds that I've been in, it's not always the case where it's just about looks. So I mean, you do get some that are gonna go based off of like looks, and there's gonna be some people where you just like how you carry yourself, like just your energy, your aura.
So what do you feel like there's more of though? Are there more people that go for the
I mean,
looks, or-
definitely still people out there going for looks. I can even get denied for looks, but I really do believe that it's a lot more now that people are going based off of just the energy and how you carry yourself. People are curious. We're all born to be curious. So if I was to sit here and just be confident as hell despite of what I wear or how I look, I mean, somebody's gonna, want to know how I got that energy.
Well,
They gonna want to involve
that's
themselves.
very true.
With that.
Somebody, yeah, that's very true. Yeah, maybe a person here, or there, yeah,
Yeah.
But what we were saying is that when you have the looks, you get somebody's. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Yeah, you know what I'm
personally,
saying?
I don't feel like I could really debate that though, because like, I don't get that. Like,
What you don't get the
you,
somebody's or
you guys would say that like person who's like physically attractive or whatever get the first pickings. Me, naturally, I don't get that. I don't know if it's because I try not to really involve myself with that, or just why it just doesn't happen for me.
I feel like you do.
Yeah. So do I. You
It
kind
just
of
does not happen for me
Yeah,
like that.
So you
To a point, like you guys
kind of
think
look me in the eyes and tell me
you all will think that maybe like I'm trying to be funny, but no, I'm totally modest because that's real. Like I'm oblivious to that. If it does happen, I really don't
I'm
know.
starting to think this nigga got split personality disorder. Is this Mark we talking to? For real? Like, are you sure? Are you aware
I've
of all
always
of your
been
actions?
The same guy. Always been the same guy.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So you
I'm
tell
quite
me
conscious. Like first and foremost, I am like the first critical person to deal with when it come to criticizing Mark. I am definitely the first person that's gonna beat Mark up. You know what I'm saying? Like I always look at myself for everything. I would actually say something before you even get a chance to say it. Like that's just who I am. Like I'm always self-conscious of myself.
Coolio.
Okay, so do you mind if I drop in a scenario?
Cool. Go ahead.
Okay.
Feel free.
So, Mark,
The way you said that.
Mr. Anthony, let's say me and you walking in the mall, right?
Mm-hmm.
And me and you both decided that we were gonna approach the same 10 women. Do you feel like how many out of the 10 do you feel like would go for personality over the looks?
Answering honestly, first and foremost, what mall are we going to?
Okay, I got him in the corner. got him on the run already, y'all. Got him in the run. Yeah, does it matter what mall we go to? Like,
Nah, really.
Well,
I really don't think too many communities really matters.
I mean,
really,
you gonna go to PG
the-
Plaza?
The different type of people.
it would have to be
everywhere.
anywhere other
You're
than
gonna have
Forestville, because I think I will win at Forestville.
Yeah,
But,
that's not fair.
yeah. But anyways,
Nah,
other than Forestville,
I wouldn't fit in at Forestville.
Hmm?
I wouldn't fit in at Forestville.
you would.
I didn't fit in yesterday. I went to Forestville yesterday. I didn't fit in.
I mean, you probably didn't try.
You really didn't.
And
Well,
you
first
never,
of all,
you never know with him.
I was in Forestville Mall in a suit because I just got off work. But yeah, I definitely stood out the wrong way. I guess.
First and foremost, who the fuck goes to a mall in
You
a suit?
I just literally
but you
just
know-
got off work.
You know, his not fitting in might be different though. See, my not fitting in means like ain't nobody gonna approach
First
me.
of all, we talk
Yeah.
about Forestville.
His not fitting
what
in
young
might mean
dude-
like only 6 women approached him.
What young dude in this generation are gonna go to work and go to the mall in a suit, just casually, just trying to buy clothes like it's a regular thing, and you with 2 other people wearing urban wear.
You stand out.
Yeah, you definitely
I
do,
stand
bro.
out.
Yeah.
But I don't think that
And
I was.
you GQ, so you know.
Yeah.
All right, so can we at least establish that you GQ?
To some people, probably.
Dude.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna jump over this fucking table.
My
and
mom
slap
calls
shit out
me
of you.
GQ, so
Look,
so
I mean, it's
how
your
many
mom.
people are gonna have to
I
call
mean-
you that for you to start accepting?
That don't count. My mom called me GQ.
okay. My point exactly.
All right.
But we call you that. Like people literally call you model-esque or
can
somewhat
call you
looking
GQ.
like that.
Nobody's never said I'm marvelous.
Okay, so if I
Yeah.
was to call
Or
both of y'all
GQ.
GQ, that means they must be true then, right?
Nah.
You're
Now-
going
now-
off
You see how that works?
the words of one person. That's the somebody.
Yeah.
We're talking about the
That's what I said earlier.
somebodies.
Yeah, somebody's.
Oh, I mean, like I
As
haven't
in, like,
had
you have
strangers
somebodies
like
on
come
your-
up
on your
here
hit
and
list.
say like, you know,
You should
you're
model.
GQ.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Nobody
I've
told me
got
I should
like
model.
I've got a couple handsomes here or there or whatever, but like it's from people that you could really expect that from,
Yeah.
like grandmothers and.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, exactly. I get handsomes from like aunts and stuff. I'm like,
And
oh,
I-
you're so handsome. I'm like,
and-
nigga, you
and-
know I'm average.
And I barely get that. Barely
Well,
get that.
nah, I'm
from
talking
them.
about other people's grandmothers. No disrespect, but yeah, I'm talking about other people's grandmothers. But you know,
Oh, if that's the case, then shit, other people's grandmothers will look at me and be like, "Oh, you should play football." That's the most I get. Oh, you should have played football. You kind of built solid. You should have played football, so you should have been a bodyguard.
Oh,
You
yeah,
should have
yeah.
been a
I got the
security
same thing.
guard.
Yeah, I get stuff like that too.
Yeah,
I get
that's
stuff
I've
it.
like
even got called big for nothing. So
I mean, you walk around completely jacked in a damn suit.
I'm not completely jacked at all. I'm an average body dude.
What do you mean? So no 6-pack or nothing?
Nah.
Says the nigga that was doing push-ups in my basement just out of nowhere and shit.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know how to explain that. That just happened.
Look
Yeah,
at this.
It wasn't to do it for a workout. I mean, we just standing there idle, you know. So
we
it was just
just
something to do.
don't worry, y'all. We breaking them down, y'all. We breaking them down. we getting there, man. We getting there. So let's say we went to Pentagon City.
Okay.
That's the mall.
All right.
And me and you approached the now to get rid of all the elements, all the variables as we would call it.
Right.
Me and you went to Pentagon City,
Mm-hmm.
and me and Mark got the same exact outfit on, and we're gonna approach the same 10 women. Who do you feel like would get more women? Would it be me or Mark? No homo. Pause.
Yeah, actually, definitely pause and shit.
Yeah.
Pause this whole podcast for real.
Yeah.
Might be some compliments thrown around.
Yeah.
That,
But everybody's comfortable.
yeah,
with who
we
they,
cool.
yeah, everybody's
We cool.
comfortable with who they are.
But
so
I definitely say Mark. There's no getting around it. Because first and foremost,
For those who can't see, I'm raising my hand.
okay.
nobody's gonna let you speak. Nah, you ain't allowed to speak till I'm done. Shut up.
Yeah, let's not.
Shut your ass up.
Let
You had
Mike
your
finish
time.
and then-
You had your time, Lupe. Ain't got time for that right now.
Mm.
So, thing is, with you, looks are almost everything to people. Like, you live in a world where it's just like, well, there are those people that are going to go off of personality. That's all well and good in a perfect world. We don't live in that world.
Yeah.
We live in the world where, oh, if he ain't buying you a Bergen bag, then he ain't good for you. So, those type of women, they're more than likely going to go for the person that looks better. If you're dressed in the same outfit, chances are the person who looks better in the outfit is going to get the most women. Obviously.
So who do you think will look better in the outfit? Better, me or you?
We both could. I mean, I'm not gonna put myself down, but I'm not gonna say that you wouldn't look great in an outfit either.
I'm not.
so.
I'm not. And it's the same thing I was telling her. I'm not. You're not putting yourself down. You're just living. I live in the realm of reality.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you know, it clashes between reality and then also, you know, that's my bro, so I ain't gonna say, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get that. I respect that. But at the same time, it's like, it's cool because we just being real.
To be totally real, I would say that there's outfits that you can actually pull off a lot better than I can.
Well,
Like, I
it's
mean,
obvious.
it could be vice versa. You know,
Yeah,
it's just
jerseys probably.
Yeah.
That's about it though. They don't call me the style bender.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Like, you wear a jersey, you probably look like Nelly. You remember how buff that nigga was in that jersey?
Yeah.
nah, I'm not really a jersey dude.
Exactly.
Right. Why aren't you a jersey dude?
I don't know. I mean, jerseys is not really my thing. I mean, I've wore jerseys when I was younger, but like, you know, yeah, it's not really my thing.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
That's cool. That,
Yeah.
it definitely
All I'm
is.
saying is that if we both had on the same exact outfit and we went to Pentagon City, I feel like out of 10, maybe 8. I feel like that's where you would bring in, and I would maybe get to.
Well, to
It's
be
like
honest,
spades.
I totally
Yeah.
dissected the whole situation because first and foremost, you said that if me and you was to approach them.
No, I mean like we not together, but I mean like let's say if like we seen a female coming down the walkway and you went smack, and then after you're done, I cut the corner and I go smack. So not together, but just like
Yeah, and like she has no recollection of ever seeing either one of you.
Right.
So it's just like, oh, I just saw a nigga in this outfit.
you know,
So
the only thing that's weird is like, damn, they got on the same outfit. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Actually, wouldn't make bad for a video. Like we should do that. We should do that one day.
All right.
We should go to a mall.
Copywriting.
Well, people probably done this before. So yeah, we should go to a mall, same outfit, go on smack and record the women like reactions and shit like
I
that.
still don't see where there really is like the competition. And you could still.
It's not a competition.
Oh well,
No.
not to really call it a competition, but
Yeah.
like I don't see much of the differences. Like you could have a chance of still getting the same amount, or I can end up getting less, or I get more, whatever the case may be.
Technically,
And like I said, like I believe that your personality can actually win the whole ordeal. You know what I'm saying? Because for real,
it depends. It all depends.
looks can falter, for one.
Personality can falter.
But you're not going off of that based off of the first look. Like first glance, you're just saying, "Oh, this person looks nice."
And what's what's one of the most popular cliches?
Okay,
Love
so
at
if I
first
was
sight.
if I was
that
to walk
and
up,
your first impression is
Oh,
everything.
your first
if I was to
first
walk
impression is
up, but I
everything.
can't
Like,
talk worth for shit, then it's not really gonna mean anything.
But you can talk.
That's so.
You
I'm socially awkward.
bullshit,
I'm socially awkward. So
dude.
Yeah.
You're not really socially awkward. You just don't apply yourself in that area. That's it. You just don't care
but
enough.
why is that?
You don't care enough.
'Cause
That's
you
the
choose
thing.
Yeah, you choose not to. You don't care.
Why is that though? Because I'm socially
Because you
awkward.
don't care. Like, what do you mean? Why
No, it's
is
not that I don't
Like,
care.
you guys
I-
just-
trust me, I
It's
totally
not
care.
a full circle thing. It's just that you're socially awkward because you choose to be that way. That's it.
Yeah, I
like,
felt like I grew up socially awkward. I was not good with the whole social
dude,
thing.
when we were kids, you were not socially awkward.
I mean, yeah, of course, we were with family, so.
It doesn't matter. Like if you were a
But
horrible
if you
person,
like,
I
you
would tell you.
put me
you're a
out there in
horrible
a social gathering and stuff like that, I don't talk. People will ask why are you so quiet? My natural answer is I'm chilling, but because I'm naturally socially awkward and I'm shy, I'm just cut off because of stuff like that. It's like that's something I'm not really quite used to. I'm not used to being approached majority of the time, or people caring enough to try to figure me out.
But weren't you just telling us a story the other day about girls approaching you saying, "Oh, I heard this about you."
I mean,
stuff like
back
that. Like
then,
we don't get that.
Like back then, but that's like once in a blue moon. That wasn't like an all the
Well,
time
at least-
type of thing.
At least nothing good.
Yeah.
I done had room. Like, I heard this about you, but it don't
first
have to be
of
nothing
all,
good.
I think anybody,
Never nothing good.
anybody can get that because that was back in middle school for one. So like,
I didn't get that in middle school.
I didn't get that in middle school either. Like I never got those random.
That's
ass,
like-
and I was like, "Oh, I heard you was dating this
that's
person." and we
little.
end up
That's
together.
like little playground banter. He say, she say. I heard this type
Yeah,
stuff.
for people that look good. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The ones that they be like, "Oh, they look cute together." They look at us
Man,
like,
the
that's the
disdain.
Beauty and the Beast right there.
Yeah. Now I've gotten that a lot. Yeah.
And even like back then, like I was not considered as the really good looking dude or whatever. I didn't get all that. Like I said, it was just like I heard this, and this, and that was like just so happened something by accident.
Yeah, and then we got to get to the whole accident thing because we talked about that too. But so you said the other day though that you used to get used for your looks though.
Yes,
You said that.
and
I did
Yeah.
that's wild. I've never been used for my looks.
use for my looks. All right, so what story was I telling when I said this?
What was you was like on a trip or something, a field trip, and you was like on the bus, and a female approached you, and because this was one of your accident stories and shit. You know what
He
I'm
did the
saying?
air quotes, by the way.
Oh yeah, because I can't. My bad, I can't see that. We should really do video sometime for the podcast. But
Ooh, we should.
yeah. Anyways, yeah, accidents, air quotes, and yeah, you were saying it was one of the little rumors, a different one, I believe, not one like you just said, but yeah, you remember, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Was
Change-
this when I
change
said
the-
what about the one when I got looked up and down or something?
what's it that? I don't know.
Might have been.
I don't recall telling the story about being on a bus.
Yeah, I think you said you was going on like a field trip or something.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, that's one when I got looked up and down. That rumor.
Is that the one where he like it was like, you were supposed? I think you were dating this person, and eventually you ended up dating later on during the school year.
Yeah, because it was an accident.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you getting looked up and down. That's
when I got looked up and down, like she was just like
that's
she was pantomiming of what it was that she was talking about.
But that's still looks though.
Yeah, like I've never gotten that ever.
Yeah.
All right, so for those, all right,
I
who
mean-
really didn't get the story. All right, so the situation was basically, as I was on a field trip, we went to Kings Dominion. It was an 8th grade field trip, and so, of course, we've had all the 8th graders there in the wave pool, and I was with two of my best friends at the time, and there was this one girl who had a crush on me, at the time or whatever. And that's when I actually discovered that she had a crush on me that very day. But basically, so she just kept like jumping on my back, and I guess I was being playful then, like messing around with the girls or whatever, carrying them on the pool, tossing them on the pool or whatever. And so she was riding on my back. So this is, and I don't know how she figured this out, because supposedly this was the girl that told the other girl who approached me. And so later on, as I'm waiting on a roller coaster, that's when she came up with her group or whatever and was like, yeah, so I heard that you got a big, and she looked me up and down, pantomiming that she was talking about my yay. So at first, I was, like I said, I was totally oblivious, because I'm like, what are you talking about? And I wasn't really, I mean, I flirt and talk about sex or whatever, but like that went way over my head. And then so she looked me up and down, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I know what you talk about. And I was just like, well, I don't know how you heard that or whatever, but okay. So, and that's literally like what I said. I was just like, all right, well, I mean, if that's what you heard, what you want me to do?
Never had a scenario like that happen to me ever.
Never.
First and foremost, I don't know how anybody really will expect to have a scenario majority of the time in 8th grade to be like, oh, yeah, your dick's big.
I mean, bruh, that's cool and all, but you must have had at least someone notice beforehand. So that means you had to have been with somebody outside of school that mentioned it.
First and foremost, I wasn't doing anything to be noticed like that. And secondly, I mean, if they
like
noticed,
that.
I never knew.
And more importantly, it's like, obviously, you got to look a certain way for her to even be comfortable approaching you. Like
I was
that,
a bando back then.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I was not
like
like, you know, I was average. I mean, I guess I was a little toned, because people literally, and I really think that this is an actual thing now that I think about it. My friends used to say that I was on steroids as a kid.
Okay, so we know he's super buff, y'all.
Yeah.
No, but even like if I was to show you like if I was to show you
progress, y'all.
pictures of around those same exact friends, I was like skinny as shit. Remember how I told you I looked like a dying lizard with a big ass head? Yeah, bro. Like,
so why people think he was on steroids?
I don't know. I guess because I was strong for no reason. I mean, I used to like to run around and play sports, play
that's
football.
That's like two polar opposites.
It is.
A dying lizard or
Superman.
strong for no reason.
Yeah, I mean, I was like,
you got to be super buff for people that say you're strong for no reason.
I was strong for a kid, I guess.
I was strong for a kid, but I also was fat. There's a difference.
Me too.
I mean, I don't know if it had anything
I had
to do with
muscles
me
too,
being
so-
toned. And on top of that, like if I was skinny, it's easier for me to look toned.
I hate you so much right now, dog.
All right. Now we getting somewhere now.
Hey,
We
bro.
getting somewhere. We just got back market to a
so
corner, man. You know what I'm
if you
saying?
was to see a skinny dude, right?
A skinny girl.
And
Okay.
dude.
Oh, you said skinny dude. My bad.
And so they was like wearing a tank top or whatever. And, you know, like when you sitting, it's like, oh, he's pretty toned. It's easier to look toned when you really don't have too much body fat on you at the time.
Right.
So, you know.
We not disagree. We agree with that.
So
But
I guess that's like what they kept doing with that. Like,
what we're saying is like the females are going to say that too, which is the whole premise of everything.
Yeah. Like you're technically all you're doing right now is like beating around the bush, so you don't have to answer the question.
I do, like, so everything that y'all point out, I literally have not really experienced like that. Like,
But you just say that you
I
have. You're telling the story. You got to- you're telling the story.
I've had certain experiences, but not like that. Like, it wasn't like an all the time thing. It was literally like once in a blue moon, to a point where if it just hit me, I'm like, damn, like that happened.
So
like,
you starting to have too many once in a blue moons. Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like that's
starting
once in a blue moon for us. For you, it's like Saturday morning.
Yeah,
no, it's not. Like these are like years apart. Like this.
You starting to look like
For us,
it's starting
I'm
to sound
30
like-
and I haven't had shit like that happen to me. Like that's the thing. Never had shit, like you had some really.
And I'm pretty sure there's
Superman-esque
big dudes out there
moments.
that have had that experience.
Right.
And they probably look like you.
Or something similar.
Yeah.
Like me. What do you mean, like me? Like,
GQ.
okay.
This
You
dude-
look, like when I say big dudes, I mean like big dudes, like plus size dudes. And if they wear
You
anything
really call
particular,
me plus size? Like what am I? You gonna call me a BBW next?
okay.
Wrong
I
with
mean,
It will be
unless you want
BBM.
to be called fat,
Yeah.
but I mean,
You could say fat.
A supersized BBM and shit.
Big black man.
all right, for large men,
Pause.
pause.
Yeah, definitely. Pause. Oh wait,
but
no, I paused the whole podcast. So technically, yeah.
Me did.
Now I don't know. I don't know if you were talking about like look like me, as in like, you know,
When we say
physically shaped.
when we say you, we mean like GQ, cut up. You know, the polar opposite of what we are.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I still laugh at the whole being cut up thing because I'm not cut up.
And
You're humble. You're humble. I like that.
And
But-
there's a thin line between humble and annoying.
For those who've actually seen me, no, I'm not cut up.
And most of them being women.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't give a fuck because they look at your face and shit.
Anybody listening that's watched our comedy skits.
Now back then, like when I was like working out every day, that's totally different.
During the edit,
I
I'm
even
actually
got
gonna
told
put
I
a
was
picture
like
of
a
him
fire hydrant
on
at that
his own,
point.
just so
But
people can understand what we talking about.
Yeah. Anybody that needs to know who the real Mark Anthony is.
Yeah, I'm putting a picture.
I've sold him the fake gun. You know.
Yeah.
He's eating the kid's fruit snacks, and that's him, y'all.
yeah, I'm Roger.
Yeah, Jake Ward.
Yeah, bro. Man, been a heck of a lot so far.
Yeah, and if you watch the part 2 to the whole Roger thing, you can just see how
In shape he actually is.
physically blessed this man is. You know what I'm saying?
See, yeah.
Pause.
Niggas giving
But-
you like mad compliments and shit. You just like
The
that
only
really
way you was able to see
insecure
my
chick
shape
that
is
can't
if
take
you
a
in the
compliment
sequel.
and
If
shit.
you used to see the sequel, yeah, you able to see
Yeah.
my physical shape there. But in the other ones, you can't see that.
There's no way to hide. No, I'm just saying you can see like, even with the coat on or anything, you can see like you're doing well for yourself.
The funny thing is,
Damn,
like,
man, I
niggas
got some
couldn't
good
wait to
eyes.
take his damn shirt off, bro. He couldn't wait.
I got some good eyes, bro.
No, it's just that's human nature. Like it's plenty of things where you just be like, okay, well, if I put a coat on, people still gonna know I'm big.
Exactly.
Right. So just because you got a coat on, that doesn't mean like it's not gonna be like, oh, he fat because he got a coat on. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you know,
Hey,
like
your legs skinny, so what the fuck that I mean?
man,
Shit.
you're GQ, man. There's nothing wrong with it. All we're saying is that
Whatever y'all classify as GQ.
you want us to take a
Nigga,
poll,
Didn't you literally?
a survey. We gotta take a survey.
Nah, he took a. He used to model.
You said I what?
Remember you told me like you were supposed to be going to like modeling gigs and shit like that when you were
Yeah,
younger.
see, I didn't know that. I didn't. Okay.
Oh no, because I was
Don't sugarcoat it either.
doing a little hip hop show for Killan.
Okay.
And it was a whole bunch of it. It was just like extracurricular thing that was there at the community center. And so there was actually people who were quite familiar with doing modelings and voguing and stuff like that. And so
Okay.
they actually was just like, you know, what young teens actually want to be a part of it. And of course I was a part of it. So we did that. We had little hip hop shows, and funny how you like to call me Lupe, because I actually was Lupe in the hip hop show. I actually had to do one of his songs and all this type of stuff.
Kick
And rap.
push or
Nah, it was a hip hop saved my life.
okay. I like that one.
Yeah.
And but yeah, like that's the only modeling I really did. Now I can talk about people saying that I should have, such as my mom. She's like, yeah, you ever thought about being a model?
I'm quite
No.
sure it's people outside your family that also said that too, though.
I
Right?
haven't
Yeah.
heard it.
That's crazy.
I have not heard it.
He probably heard it. And he
Yeah,
don't want to
Most
say it.
definitely haven't. I mean, I've thought about modeling, but at the same time, I look at
I
myself.
never thought about modeling. That's the thing. Like, I've never thought about.
I mean,
Wow,
you know, just
so,
being that I work out and stuff like that, and try to get my body together. It's like,
Right.
okay, well, you know, why not? I'm pretty sure anybody can sit here and say, hey, well, I can be a model. You can still be a model. Anybody can be a model. It's just about having confidence to going to do so.
You should be a counselor. You make niggas feel good about themselves at the same time looking the way that you do. It's a,
that- yeah.
Anybody,
niggas feel
there's all
insecure at the
different
same
types of
time.
body shapes out there right now that's a model. Instagram is the proof. So
But Instagram is also not even Instagram. It's also the reverse effect though, because
what do you mean by that?
it's looks. I'll give you a prime example of how looks. People are hypocritical with looks. Now, you all know a year or two ago. Remember the City Girls came out with that song, the twerk song with Cardi B.
I have no idea. I don't know what song that.
And
Yeah, I'm familiar a little bit.
all right, so we know how Meg Thee Stallion and them dress in these videos. They half naked.
Mm-hmm.
When they go out and about, they half naked. You know how Cardi B and all them can be.
Yeah.
Some hot girl summer, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Now, they're put on a supremely high pedestal for the way that they act, dress, and look, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's obvious.
Now, do we remember 2 years ago when Lizzo was doing this and people tried to cancel her because they were saying she was too big to be doing this, she's too big to be dressing like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, in defense of myself, I ain't give a shit about either one of them. I really don't like the idea of neither one.
Right. I agree. Well, to a certain extent, I agree because I like the eye candy. But I agree from a moral standpoint. But I'm just bringing up the I'm about to say hypothetical.
I honestly think that people have those opinions because it's more of a mainstream thing that like it's more people out there seeing it. But
no,
there's
but it's
still
it's
bigger people.
It's the same thing though. It's just that because she
if
doesn't
we talk
look
about fame and all that. Fame is a dirty field to play in anyway.
The regular life is a dirty field to play in.
Yes, but I would definitely say fame is a lot more grimier because of other things that are required. Just like, you know, kind of like when people were actually trying to be more famous with modeling back then, when being skinny was the thing. Like you want to actually be seen more, you want to be noticed more, you want to put on my clothes. You had to be stupid skinny. You know,
Yeah.
so
I mean,
like
for the most part, it still is. For the most part,
when it came to the fame part, of course, it's a dirtier game to play. But like if you're doing it just for the sake of it, like, hey, I want to pick up a camera, I decide that I want to take more photos and go to my own photo shoot and all this other stuff. I mean, everything, both sides is okay, but not too many people are going to have too much comment for that. If you just like, hey, well, I want to take pictures, and if I get it professionally done and put it on my Instagram or Facebook, then boom. Not too many people have too many complaints.
I think there's a severe double standard.
I mean, it definitely is.
As with everything in life.
It definitely is. People can definitely be phony and fickle with their opinions or what it is they want to see.
Right.
But there's also a lot of people who actually have comments simply because they're not brave enough to do it themselves.
Right. Okay, I can agree with that. But I still feel like when it comes to that whole situation, there's still double standards. Which is the basis of the whole podcast, looks versus personality.
Hey, look,
I feel like it's double standards with it.
I mean, I can't fully understand that. I've seen some big women, especially on Instagram, that look hella beautiful. And, to me, like,
good.
Which really sucks.
Good.
Really sucks is there's people just going on Instagram just to like anything just to do it now. People who just avidly just scroll and double tap.
But we ain't talking about
no, but me, when I double tap, I really mean it. I'm like, man, like this is a beautiful woman. Like,
yeah, because she
I
looks good.
I hope she really know, because like I'm a person that really likes detail. I look at everything,
right?
Especially in certain pictures. It's like I noticed like one little thing. Like I even liked the woman's picture before because it was like how the sun hit her face and complemented her face and complexion and like the shape, the structure of her face, and like I noticed little things like that. So of course it's just like some people are like, oh well, yeah, you're gonna like my picture because I'm beautiful. No, I've even liked the beautiful woman, and I knew she was beautiful, obviously, but I kind of like just looked past that, and I liked the picture because I like the background that she was in. She was in the mountains.
So do you like female pictures that you don't find beautiful?
Do I like female pictures that I don't find beautiful? I'm liking it because I do find it beautiful. Now,
so every female's beautiful.
What I would say is this: for those who, basically, who would not find this person attractive.
No, I'm talking to you. I'm talking like I'm
me,
specifically
like
talking
every
to
person. Every time I'm liking it,
do you think every female is beautiful?
There's obviously a reason why I'm liking the picture. Now, if I am going based off of the person that I'm looking at, then yes, I do find them beautiful. That's why I'm liking the picture. If it's nothing else but just them that I'm liking it for, then yes, I do find them beautiful.
So it's females that you don't find beautiful?
There's some people that I look at that I have a little distaste for, but am I going to sit there and say that you're not beautiful? No.
So every female is beautiful to you?
Yes. I mean, they definitely can be. It's just like I have my own taste and my own opinions or whatever it is that I like, but I'm not going to sit and say, no, you're not beautiful. You're just different to me.
Not beautiful to you.
It's like literally like
right?
how I feel and how I think is literally putting a definition to being beautiful in your own way. Like,
right. So that all comes back around to like what we're telling you. as far as like the looks thing go. So this how you gotta get my, yeah. So you know what I'm
I
saying?
still don't
You
understand.
gotta go like 12 rounds with this nigga in the ring just so he can like fess up and shit.
Yeah.
What,
So
what's
that-
that's up to what? Like,
it's the same thing, but in the male sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, all we're saying is the majority of females are going to be like, what you just explained about that, that's what they're going to say about us.
oh, okay.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
When it first came off, it seemed like you guys were just sitting there saying like, okay, well, you're the better looking out of the bunch or whatever, blah blah blah.
Which you are. That's not lying.
Yeah. I mean, that's not the basis of the I mean, the basis of the podcast is like looks versus personality. I mean,
Yeah.
you're good looking. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
yeah. You know.
Hey, we already went over this the other day. It's
Everybody's
like,
good looking in their own way.
dude, stop saying that. But everyone doesn't believe the same way or the
I
same
don't
things
get-
you believe.
I'm sorry, people. I don't give a fuck what everybody says.
But what everybody else
Like-
says is the premise of the podcast. Like, we're not going off of personal opinion. We're going off of statistics over the body of the United
Do you-
States or the world in
I
general.
can totally agree with you. Maybe 3-4 years back. Now, realizing and seeing that people are not really going for that.
They are.
It's there.
I mean, they still are,
Yeah.
but not as
abundance.
much.
What you-
It's the
what
game
you're,
is changing.
what you're probably speaking on is that once they go for the person with the looks and get broken, then they decide like, okay, let me try somebody with better personality. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, but they're still going to go with the looks first.
we get the broken.
Yeah.
You get the fresh like hot off the presses. You
Yeah.
get that.
So it's and it's not you specifically, it's the other people that do damage and throw everything out of whack. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he said, then you're just left with broken pieces. So now you gotta try to put somebody back together,
Mm-hmm.
and then you gotta just hope and like pray that once you do get a person back together, that they stick with you, because you know what happens out of that.
Yeah.
Once a person's back
Oh,
together.
yeah, that's
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
a totally different animal. I can go deep on that one, but I mean, I wouldn't necessarily stick on to the subject of saying that when you deal with an attractive person, that they break you afterwards. I mean,
No, I'm just saying like what normally happens is, and this is kind of going towards your point, is saying that normally when you go for the looks, there's not much personality there, because the average person that looks good, at least from my experiences with females, they don't have substance. Because I don't know if it's a subconscious thing because they think they look good, they don't need nothing else. But the average female that looks good doesn't have a lot of substance.
facts.
You know what I'm saying? So when you deal with people that look good, you're basically in a way almost setting yourself up for failure. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me for the excuse me for the alerts, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Like, you give ESPN a plug on almost every podcast now.
Yeah, every other don't, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to think they're doing it on purpose, man. They know when we recording, man. Yeah. But nah, it's just like, that's what I mean. Like, you go for the looks, there's no substance. So now you're tied into this person, and 9 times out of 10, you don't know when to let go, which is why we're on this whole mental health thing anyway, this month and next month, and for the foreseeable future, probably.
Yeah.
That's why we're doing this in general, because it's like it's bringing awareness to like decisions that we consciously make, but we think that other things are making this decision for us. Remember how I was telling you earlier, like everything that we go through, at the end of the day, we're deciding to go through it. Now we might have reasonings behind it. You know, I might, I feel this way, or I might be going through this. But at the end of the day, your life is in your hands. You know what I mean? So it's like, once you get through the whole no substance thing, the person breaks, and then they want somebody to make them feel good. So who's going to make them feel good? A person with personality.
Mm-hmm.
And then the average person with personality is a good, kind person. You know what I mean? So, of course, you welcome them on. And that's a task in itself. because I've dealt with broken females. I'm quite sure we all have.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, that's our specialty. Yeah.
Don't remind me.
Yeah, like that's our specialty right there, the broken female. But that's like you said, that's a deeper conversation for some other thing. But yeah, it's just like that's where I base the argument and the debate from. You know what I'm saying? Like your point is right, but it's right after you get past looks.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I be like, that's when your point is super valid. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like off of human nature and almost off of reflex, a person's going to go for the better looking person off bucks.
Okay, so are you talking about looks just as in when you speak on looks? Is it like just facial features? You talk about swag included as well?
It depends because it's like,
because I definitely seen people go for like I said, swag. I think people what they generally go for
if they go for
is
swag,
for something that's just like appealing to the eye. Like if somebody,
you're a good look.
like the clothes fit them nicely, it just like it fits them well on their body. That could also be appealing, and you could be butt ugly in the face or whatever, but that still draws attraction to somebody.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
like
there's
it's
a
just
lot of
like
females that are ugly that get.
there's like
Like,
some type
yeah.
of symmetry that a person's looking for that's really gonna draw their attraction. So it's like literally
Right.
something
Well,
that's like appealing to the eye.
a person would know like what's easy on the eye and what isn't. You know what I'm saying?
Because the whole time, a lot of people know. Like, it's people with like bad personalities that have like the best looking bodies and shit, but will definitely get all the attention because the look in general, like that's what they want.
Yeah.
Like that's what they're catering to today.
Like we went through before we left outside, we went through a handful of females that we said had bad personalities and were uppity, high class, they were conceited and blah blah blah. Some of the actors out in LA.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, why do you think their following's not going nowhere?
Yeah, like
Because they look the way they look.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I consider like people like that. They're ugly to me.
Yeah, they're
Sorry,
ugly
like-
to me as well.
Like
Yeah.
I never like see people that are like horrible personality wise as pretty. They're not to me. Like
Yeah.
once you tell me or you let me know what you look like on the inside,
Right. I was just
you
saying that
immediately drop.
turns me away like just like that, the drop of
Yeah.
a hat. Like
You
you
can-
can
Yeah.
be beautiful as fuck, but the moment that you just like
You're not
your
beautiful.
inside is trash, it's
You're
just
not
like,
beautiful no
yeah,
more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's done deal with me. I can give a fuck less.
And they don't even look the same.
Yeah.
Like they literally could look the same, but they won't look the same. Like once you know how their personality is,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, like you said, like personality is second fiddle
Yeah,
to looks. What you're not gonna notice off bucks is the person who they are on the inside. You're never gonna notice that. Like you can't go to somebody and just look at them directly in the face and say, "Oh my God, you're a good person," or you probably paint for a living and something like that. You do not know what's going on inside of that person's head.
as much as people try to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they say you never judge a book by its cover, but if you look,
Yeah.
that's
Unfortunately, I get that.
that's mostly what everybody does.
And you can go off of vibe, sure. Like vibe will tell you a lot about a person, but you're never truly gonna understand a person until you talk to them. And after talking to them, you have to see them first. You have to see what they look
that's-
like first.
That's what brought me to my argument when we talked about this the first time. When I told you, like, I've got judged just because of my outside. Like, people was just like, oh, man, you look like the troublemaker, but not in, like, the bad way. You just, like, you look like the wild boy. You look like a player.
'Cause you have
look
the looks.
Like this, like that, such and such. And I told you, that sucked for me. That job blew me. I mean, I didn't, like, allow it to control the conversation, but it definitely blew me. I was just sitting there and, like, I had to chuckle about it and say, dang, man, like, really? That's what you really think of me? But, and, try to shake it off. But it was like, that sucked because me, on the inside, I'm generally a good person. And that's why it brought me to my argument with y'all. I was like,
Right.
I would take that. I'd rather for somebody to go for anything beyond the look, like the whole fuck the look thing. And just like, okay, well, I'm gonna talk to you. You funny, you creative or whatever. I'd rather take that. Like that's the thing that I would be envious of most of all because
I mean, I'm quite sure. Like from a different perspective. Everybody's looking at the other side like, yo, I would take that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
I had a very nice, wholesome girl who was afraid to get to know me because she thought I was a player.
yeah, because he looks right.
Yeah, it was just like
We never got
she
that.
she looked at me. She looked at me and was just like, yeah, you know, like I was in Jamaica and I was working out because I was so worried about staying in shape because when I go to Jamaica, I like to eat, and then of course I'm drinking all day every day because it's free drinks all the way around. So
yeah, you
and on top of that, my
energy.
energy is totally different. The air is different for me over there.
Okay.
Like I like it's almost like I'm a different person. It's like a new breath of life. That's home for me. So.
Yeah, you feel home as a whole and shit. Okay, just take the ME out. That's how you feel. That's you feel at home and shit. All right,
You say I feel what?
you feel at home as a whole. Like you take
Yeah.
No,
take
not
the
at
ME
home
out.
as a whole.
Take the Emmy off of home, man. He's just a hoe.
That's just other
Take
stuff
the
that
me
he's
out.
doing.
You just got hoe.
Nah. But no, I felt like I was at home. Like it just the vibe was good and everything there. And so she just looked at me, and the shitty part about it was, I knew that she was comparing me to my friend, and the way I responded, it was kind of like, "Don't do that," because that's not the type of dude that I am. You don't need to bring that type of conversation to me. And on top of that, this is a handsome dude that I'm standing right next to as well. But because of your opinion or how you want to look at it, you kind of brought a negative image and a title to somebody because of how you see things, of what you think, of what you go for.
Right.
Like, that's your mind and that's your perception. So the fact that she was just like, yeah, you seem like a player and all this other stuff, it kind of, it just blew me away. Because I'm
Right.
like, dang, like, we could have really hit it off and everything. I'm a nice guy and I'm shy and all that. First and foremost, if I'm really doing anything with just absolute comfort and confidence, it probably takes a hell of a lot of drinks. I probably was drinking. And because I'm really closed off. I'm shy, you know, I'm nervous and all this other stuff. But she was just like, man, you look like a player. You look like,
Yeah,
you know,
see,
you get all the girls.
That's because she's looking at you, but you're
And the funny thing is, she was totally beautiful herself.
right. She's
I'm
going
just
off
like-
your looks, but you're like what everything that you're naming is internal.
Mm-hmm.
Like being shy and socially awkward. That
Yeah.
all stems from your mind.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
That's
there's
the inside.
some people who I have met that I've had that conversation with that don't even get past the look. And that's what sucked for me. And that's what brought me to my argument that
Right.
I'd rather have this over that type of stuff with y'all. And so me personally, I don't see that when they say, oh yeah, you look like a player and all that. I'm like, first and foremost, what is it that you're looking at? I'm just another guy. I'm an average dude and
No,
so on and
because
so
people
forth. you know.
people can look. It's like this is what we've been saying for like the past week. People can look at somebody and be like, oh yeah, I bet when it comes to the females, he does well off for himself.
Yeah, like we say that jokingly to you all the time. We just did it multiple times on the podcast.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah, jokingly,
right.
But there's some people that are not joking about it. They're like serious about it.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
right.
cool.
No. When we joke, we're serious about it. We're just saying it in a joking way. Like I can look at you and be like, yo, I know Mark get girls. Like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
And I'll say to Avery, and to myself, like, we can get girls. It just take a little bit longer. It'll take a little bit more.
nobody's gonna look at me and
If
be
only
like,
my
I can
life
tell you
really
get girls.
was how y'all actually
Yeah.
put it. I said, if only my life actually was how y'all actually put it.
You've been telling us story after story.
I mean, I have stories. I've lived life.
We done had whole
I'm
campfire
20
scenarios.
I'm
sitting here with
29
you.
years old, so yes, I've lived life. I've had experiences.
Right. It's nothing to be ashamed of
So,
at all.
Yeah.
But like, you know, for
All I'm saying is that
if somebody was to come up and you see him like, man, I bet you get all the girls. It's just like, man, like I'm gonna laugh at you because
so I
like
get
if only you knew.
prime example, right? People will look at Mark and be like, you got a lot of girls. Nobody's gonna look at me and say I got a lot of girls. The only reason that people say I got a lot of girls is because they physically see me with a lot of girls.
Exactly.
You know what
you
I'm
have
saying?
to build up a reputation in order for you to gain that type of attention.
Right. Nobody's just gonna look at me and be like, unless they done seen already.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he gets a lot of girls. Or he's with not even get, but he's with a lot of girls.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Nobody's gonna look at me and say that either. Like they ain't gonna say to me, "Well, you look like you definitely get a bunch of girls." Like you never see me with them, so you would never even say that just by looking at me from first glance. It's not gonna happen. It's
I'm
obvious.
Sorry. I don't
that
know.
it's not gonna happen.
My mind is like totally different. I could look at you guys and y'all some good looking individuals. Pause. I'm not trying to be
We
funny.
paused the whole podcast.
It's a habit for me too. I still
First
say
of all,
pause.
I don't know what pausing the whole podcast mean, but
Well, it means like you don't have to say pause, but I still say it too. It's a reflex for me at this point.
All right.
Like,
But y'all are some handsome individuals, so
agree.
to me, it's just like I don't really see the separation anymore as far as the looks go.
One thing, average with handsome moments.
Oh yeah,
Get it right.
coming soon, y'all.
Yep.
Yeah,
T-shirts
support,
coming
yeah,
soon.
support, man. Support the merch, man.
Facts. Yeah, I wear one of those.
Your junk gotta be like
So I gotta be exempt.
handsome with average moments. What's up? His junk gotta be the opposite though.
See, it's y'all the ones who be drawing that line.
Maybe like handsome but needs work and shit. Like that.
Y'all the one who be drawing that line.
Handsome but shy.
Yeah.
Your possibilities endless forever. You got a
Exactly.
whole bunch of little.
Like you can put your face on a shirt and niggas will just buy it. I put my face on the shirt, niggas will think I'm trying to like start a horror film or some shit. Like, oh, let's wear this on your next skit in the horror film now. No,
Yeah.
bro, I'm not fucking doing it, bro. I'm
Yeah.
not doing it.
Like if I was to put on a shirt that said handsome with average moments
Niggas are laughing.
and walk down the street, niggas would be lying like shit, boy.
Especially in this
Yeah,
area.
especially in this
In this
area.
area, you get clowned for anything. But if you lying to yourself,
Yeah.
oh,
Boy, you
Don't-
ugly as shit. Take that shirt off, boy. You ugly as shit, boy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah, bro.
nah, what we're the debate is it's nothing bad, but how you say like we're drawing the line, like we are, but we aren't. We are because we just understand like the reality of the situation.
Yeah.
You understand the reality of the situation, but you choose like
The reality of the
to go
situation
about
is
it.
I could look ugly too, so
So like,
yeah,
I can look unappealing too. And
So, like,
it's not like
what you doing right now?
and what kills me because Mike could literally say you can wake up like this.
You can.
No, I gotta work.
Like that
I gotta
Beyonce
work
song,
this.
I woke up like this. That's Mark. She was talking about you.
I gotta adjust the hairline. I gotta cut the hair.
No,
I
you
gotta,
don't.
I look in the mirror, and that's the whole purpose of a mirror, of course, is reflection. But I look at myself. I find something that I don't like that I gotta change. I gotta fix.
But you don't have to fix it for somebody else to like you. That's the difference. Like you can go outside and just be out of bed and just go outside and still get a girl. That's the difference. Like I get up and go outside, people look at me and run away. That's the difference.
Like, I gotta,
Why
I
is
gotta
that,
cover.
though?
I gotta cover all the bases, and just to have a chance.
Why,
you know?
is
Yeah.
it, why is it that you can't walk outside without a shirt?
I ain't say without a shirt. I say just walk outside or just wake up.
Yeah, he said.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm assuming
I
without
can
a
walk
shirt. 'cause,
outside without
like,
a shirt. Like people ain't gonna like it, but I can walk outside
why
without a
can't
shirt.
be outside
you
without a
just
shirt
walk
this
outside?
summer.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
man.
I'm a tank top.
Yeah,
and
tank top,
shirtless.
yeah.
Yeah. Only thing I'm mad about is I ain't got no tattoos to show off. But
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
I mean, I never wanted tattoos.
So,
but it's
like, why can't
Yeah,
you
me
just
either.
walk out?
I can walk out.
we
I
do.
told you.
We,
Without
we
people
do technically.
running.
Yeah,
You know,
like you
running
saw the way
from
I was
you.
walked out. I walked at the house the other day, and me and
Yeah,
Sean was talking to
yeah.
But you have people running from you. That's why, like, that's the part I'm just trying to understand. Like, I can walk out and somebody will come to me, but then you walk out with somebody. Why is that? Why do you think that?
looks,
Exactly.
which is the premise of the whole podcast.
Yeah. Like what I'm saying.
What's
like,
wrong with y'all? Like,
So, to be
and
honest-
I'm not saying like what's wrong with y'all. I'm mentioning like there's nothing wrong with y'all though.
Okay, listen here. Like your the way you're describing this, it's like that concept is like when a racist person say, "Oh, you can get as far as I got, just work hard." Like that's the equivalent to what you're
That
saying.
is how you sound right
I
now.
think I think that's a very hard example. there,
But
bro.
it's the truth. Like sometimes you have to give tough love
Yeah.
because that's what you're sounding like right now. You're just like the racist person saying,
I
"Well, y'all
honestly-
can be here too. All you
Nah,
have to do is
it's-
do a little work."
I
It's like you said-
I don't
it's like
even
you
think that
said-
y'all really have to work hard. I honestly think that y'all really don't have to do much. I mean, like I said, like y'all comparing like outfits and stuff like that.
I'm
Y'all-
not comparing outfits. I'm comparing
No,
looks in general.
That was
The way I
that was off my example earlier,
Yeah,
but that
yeah,
was
yeah.
that was to take away the variable of
that you can jump
if
hoops through
the
and shit.
person was interested in fashion or not.
Mm.
That was to take away that little.
Yeah.
That's why I said we would have the same outfit on.
Y'all
Yeah.
can do the same
Yeah, he-
thing as I do. I
No,
do the same
'cause
thing as
I'm not-
you do,
I'm not-
or whatever.
I'm not cut up and smooth. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm
I
not.
mean, the only difference is the physical shapes, but other than that,
Nigga,
That makes
that's
a
the
big
difference.
difference.
Yeah,
If we went to LA right now, like with how health nuts they are, like you would win 9 times out of 10.
I don't think
it's
so.
nothing. It's nothing like wrong with it.
Yeah.
It's just
Like we're not downing ourselves at all. We don't feel as though like we're insecure. We just know how reality works.
yeah.
I just believe I'm on the same level as y'all.
Yeah, like I
And
said,
that's what makes me want to slap the shit out of you.
you just very humble and modest. I mean, I like that.
Nah, there's a difference between modest and lying.
No, I really do believe that. I'm not lying. I don't have to lie for what?
See, but that, like I said earlier, that comes from the inside. That's internal, though. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
So it's weird though, like, cause it's just like it's so consistent. Cause
Is it
I believe him.
unexpected?
I believe him because it's like it's a lot of females that be super beautiful and think that they're not beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
that's true.
Yeah.
However, like everyone else on the outside, they're gonna look at them and be like, "Oh, you're beautiful."
Right.
But with us, it's just like they're not gonna say, "Oh, you're beautiful" just by looking at us. They'll have to learn some more about us before they say that.
Right.
Now,
So,
also,
all right,
I try to go for the insides immediately, though.
So let,
No, I'm pretty sure you do, you whore.
let me ask you.
Nah,
Let me ask
not
you.
them insides.
Let me get another scenario, right? You know, I love scenarios. So let's say we back at Pentagon City, right?
Okay.
And
Pentagon City must be your favorite spot. That's where you get all yours from.
nah, I don't get none of nothing. Y'all, so don't let him paint this terrible picture. You know what I'm saying?
That hasn't already been painted on a black canvas.
For those who act like they don't know, Avery's the guy.
I'm not the guy. Please with this. I don't like attention. I don't want no attention. I'm not the guy.
You don't like attention.
Never
but
will
you-
be. This is the. See, look, y'all still plugging. Yeah, I'm trying to get us out of here. Y'all still plugging ESPN. You know what I'm saying? This is the scenario. Let's say we back at Pentagon City. We could be at Forestville, and let's say we got the same outfit on. Blah blah blah. Now, let's say it's a group of 3 females walking past, right?
Mhm.
Now outside of JCPenney, you know how they got that little ledge that you can sit on and shit.
Yeah.
Let's say Mark is sitting on that ledge and he outside like crying or something. Now, you know how it's another ledge a little further down? Let's say I'm on that ledge and I'm like looking sad or I'm crying. Who you think they gonna stop and console? Me or him?
That one, I don't know. I'm not too sure.
That's a sticky
was
situation because
kinda-
we're
it
talking
is
about
a
somebody
sticky
crying
situation.
now.
Yeah, that one's a bit sticky. That's when you're not going off of looks. You're going based off of the person.
Well, how? I mean, but if they don't know neither one of us, what would the female go off with though? Who's she gonna console?
It's hard to tell. Like that one, that's a
Yeah.
vague statement.
I mean, some
That
people
one I
will
can't
avoid
really-
that. There's a lot of people that will avoid it because they just don't want to be involved in a situation where they
Well, yeah, well,
could
that's true,
possibly
too.
mess up.
That's true. too.
But also, like that, it's just sticky because if somebody's going to care, they're going to care because you're a human. Period. So
But people tend to console the ones that they're attracted to.
Which is obvious on social media, but when you're faced with
well,
that,
that much I don't know because I
That's
believe
big on
everybody
social
can look
media,
funny
'cause I can-
when they crying. So
I can post something and somebody else can post the same exact thing, and it'll be a huge discrepancy with the same mutual friends and everything.
Mhm.
It'll be a huge discrepancy on who gets like a bigger reaction.
just the societal mind.
I mean, it works mostly on opposite sexes. Like females will tend to get more
Yeah.
than men will, but then there's also the attractive people in general that get more than an unattractive people.
It's only worked one time in my favor, and it was this girl that I'm friends with on Facebook, and this is when Kobe first died, and so everybody was making like, when Kobe died, the situation was like it was different because we was mourning, but we still was sliding out like the little Kobe memes and stuff like that.
When he was crossing up Jesus.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it was like, because we never done that before when somebody first died. Normally time passed and then you slide it. But it was like, he was getting like all the memes. So I forgot, she posted a status and I was like, yo, that's funny as shit. And I comment on the junk, laughing my ass off. I'm still in this junk. So she was like, in honor of Kobe, rest in peace, I'ma had 24 boyfriends in 8 months. And so she getting like 100 comments of everybody bashing her, right? Like, yo, that's whole type shit. You need to stop. You need to chill. Damn, Kobe just died. So I posted the joke, and I was like, I'm going to have 24 girlfriends in 8 months. And she like messaged me, and she was like, how you getting all positive feedback and people praising you?
That's a double standard right there.
Right. Yeah.
Like, either way, it's bad.
It is.
With men, I mean, we tend to get looked at more as like a player, or we get like it was like funnier. When a girl do it,
it's kind of like
hoish
and
yeah.
Because
we so accustomed to whole culture nowadays. It's just like you say anything out of the ordinary, like you automatically you get in the whole column.
So that was a bad analogy there. But Mark, the debate still stands.
It's a bad analogy.
Fuck all that, yo. Looks matter, man.
Yo.
I mean,
next time you got to come with a better analogy.
When I try to look, fit my own vision description. So, I mean,
hey, why you sitting there trying to sip your water, looking all cool with your
pinky out?
First of all, how am I gonna try to look cool? I'm on a podcast. Only people can just hear me. They can't see me.
Look at this. Listen to the way he talk. He just sounds so arrogant.
Yeah, the voice done got smoother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's all good though. Any final thoughts?
Because I finally wet my whistle.
Any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Final thoughts. Fuck this nigga Mark. Everything he stand for and beat the shit out of him after we get off this podcast.
For real though, on a serious note, to people out there listening, man, just like know what it is that you contributing to. Conversations like these are serious, even though we laugh and joke about them. They serious because everybody has their thoughts. Some people will feel worthless over the slightest thing that you say or do. And honestly, this is just the societal mind. You following a wave, and it contributes a whole lot of storms to one person. Really pay attention to what it is that you say and do. Take responsibility for everything that you say and do. Because like I said, you don't know what it is that you contribute to and how difficult it could make it for somebody else. Like, just really pay attention and just let the wave go. Like, everything that glitters ain't gold.
Facts.
Okay. His podcast, Kicking and Screaming, will be coming soon. So
debuting soon.
Oh yes, Kicking and Screaming.
We've been saying that.
Copyright owned.
It's 1997, y'all. Just let y'all know.
Straight jackets and all. I'm a wild dude, so I like straight jackets and chains. Expect the fuckery. Yeah, but for real though, that's gonna be a real good podcast. For those who haven't heard, I'm a person that really likes to have conversations or talk about things, leaving no stone unturned. I'm gonna talk about relationships, mental awareness, everything that has to do with the downsides, such as stigmas. Anything that you can think of. A lot of subjects that people like to sweep under the rug. I like to have all those conversations. I know a lot of people are going to get quite emotional about it, but that's what I'm here for. I'm here to make people uncomfortable so they can get comfortable with the truth and transparency. So, coming soon.
That's actually one of his favorite words, transparency.
Yes, transparency. I live by that. Be transparent.
That's dope.
Ave, you got anything?
Now that pretty much sums it up. Again, we're big on the mental health awareness right now.
Yeah.
I feel like this is very important. You've kind of always been on that wave, so to speak.
Yeah, I've been on that for a while. I mean, especially since my since doing the whole short films thing. Like, ever since then, like once I broke out of the whole depression thing, that was like, I mean, I'll like slyly throw it in there, but it's just like, it's like a growth aspect. Like, you're seeing growth instead of negative depression or some shit like that. So
I've been on Instagram sparingly these last few weeks, but when I am on, I see like a lot of people going through a lot of shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and it's stuff that you go through too, because it's life. You know what I mean, and so it's just like, I know people love us when we do the comedy videos, but people also need to see, like, to use your word, transparency. You know what I mean? And because I kind of feel like social media is kind of trained people thought process to be like, how you see them on social media. It's how they are
only show the
24/7.
goals.
You know what I'm saying?
You guys show the ground zero as well.
Yeah. So
you
it's
know,
like
that's real inspiration right there.
yeah. So it's like I'll say recommitted myself to showing both sides. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you'll get the jokey side or whatever people want to call it. You'll get the us around the hood side, but you'll also get the like, yo, we go through shit too. Type shit, you know what I'm saying?
Pretty much like the conversations that we'll have with each other that a lot of people don't even get a chance to listen to.
Yeah, or even they're blessed enough to have friends to have the conversation with.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Because none of this is new to us. We talk about this consistently.
Yeah, and we're just in a great position where, you know, we got good friends and family close by, so everybody around here is pretty neighbory. You know,
besides like the older people, but we ain't gonna talk about
I'm talking about amongst us.
Yeah,
you know, so that's always a plus because it's like if you look, a lot of people don't even have friends. They don't have real friends.
Yeah, they be saying, "Oh, I don't need no friends," or "I don't have friends. I have a real small circle and stuff like that." It's like that's probably it might be because you're the one that needed to change and you didn't want to.
And people slowly just,
or some people actually got a small circle, not by choice.
Like, yeah, because you gotta think
you know, some people actually want to have a bigger circle, but it's just.
I mean, like I said, some people
circumstances. Yeah, I know when we were moving, we ended up moving to this house, but we used to live across the field and those apartments over there, and so initially, the idea was to move out Greenbelt. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like if I would have moved out Greenbelt, I wouldn't have been as close, you know, to everybody now.
Yeah.
Because I would have had to start over. It'd have been a new high school.
Yeah, exactly.
Meet new people. You probably don't. That was like 10th grade, so that's halfway through high school. So now, I might not build those bonds with other people that I got the pleasure of meeting in 5th grade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So by the time I get to 10th grade, oh yeah, I know him for 5 years, you know, and now it's I know him for 20 years. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people probably don't get the, you know. But anyways, I get long winded and shit. Just
there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, just the whole awareness of anything dealing with the mental, positive, negative. You guys want to plug the social medias? I want to do a slight plug.
I mean, that's cool. Go do your plug and we'll follow.
So, of course, anybody that follows me know Bear Blackman, yada, yada, yada. But, anybody that was following the Love Empowerment Group page that I was previously running, where we posted the homeless outreach pictures and stuff of that nature, I changed the name to the Positivity Empowerment Group because I feel like you don't need to love something to be positive towards it. So I feel like positivity spreads, you know, much further than love. You know what I mean? Like if I was to randomly, you know, we feed the homeless. So when I randomly go out and feed the homeless, I don't have to love them to do it. You just have to want to be positive. So that was the, you know, it's positivity _empowerment _group. So that's the name change, rebranding. Under my complete control, you know, this time around. So,
let's not talk about that.
We not, but I'm just letting people know, like, yeah. Other than that,
also my Instagram name has changed, and so mine's is also Mark Anthony. Oh no, I can't even remember. See, I can't even remember. I just changed it.
Also Mark Anthony.
Yeah. Also real Mark Anthony. That's the letter O, and then so real _ Mark Anthony.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna plug any of my pages or anything, but if you guys want to do any of the whole short film stuff like that, skits, photography, again, like gonna plug that 9 times out of 10, and make sure to follow the 4 of a Kind page. Follow like pretty much everything that we do
fun
is on
stuff.
the 4 of a Kind
great
page.
content, man.
Yeah, like 4 of a Kind page, and then you get Teddy stuff. You get the Teddy. You got the Bear Blackman. Then you get the Teddy _ photography. Like which one? What the hell is that? What was it 4 of a Kind Teddy _ photography?
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, you just got too many pages.
Big businesses, CEO.
I'm not CEO, but yeah, it's a lot going on. But right now, like, you know, I'm like how you said, you follow those pages you follow them, but I really just want to get out the whole positivity group page and shit.
Absolutely.
And 4 of a kind as well.
Oh yeah, one more thing. I do my short films and stuff. I do my stuff on the TM Experience. So you know the TM
And that's
Experience.
YouTube.
Yeah, which is YouTube, and also Spend Money Broke brand. I'm like co-owner of that, and do shirts and everything and stuff like that. So we sell shirts, sell like leggings, sell everything, like very inspirational stuff. Nothing, well also funny stuff. So because once we put out that, Abe, you already know, when we put out the average with handsome moments, like that one's coming.
1997, y'all. Copyright.
That one's coming.
Yeah.
So that's gonna go on the Spend Money Broke stuff. So
Yeah,
once
definitely
we
need to look up with you
Yeah,
too. So I
once-
can get those other ones, those other T-shirts.
once we get that going, yeah, that's where it's gonna be coming from. So that's it for my plugs, man. So
This has been Breaking the Narrative.
yeah, I'm Tony
Teddy.
and
Mark.
we out of here.